All right, another day talking to the camera. Sitting here with my brother Ryan, 28, lives in Miami. He's gonna spread some knowledge for you guys. You know, what type of advice you'd give yourself when maybe you were 20?
My 20-year-old self probably wouldn't have listened. One, buy a credit card. Stop spending money on a debit card. From age 18 to 24, everything I bought was on a debit card. I know nothing about credit.
24?
24.
Holy shit, I got one when I was like 19.
I didn't know anything about credit. I thought credit was a bad thing.
Like a scam.
I said, oh my God, I can't. If it's not my money, I don't want to spend it. Maybe it was a good thing that I didn't.
And then you learned about it.
Because I learned about it and I forced myself to learn about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. Anytime somebody tells me they still use a debit card, I'm like...
You crazy?
Like, it's more like you don't trust yourself to not spend the money you don't have.
Right.
I've gone to North Carolina. I've gone to many different places just off the credit card.
Yeah.
So.
Another thing I would tell myself would be just to be patient. In today's world, everything is so rushed. Everyone needs to be their final best self now. And I think that your current self is a combination of all your life experiences and how you got to that point. So there's no rushing. You can't rush to be the best person of yourself, best version of yourself. It takes going through the things that you go through to become who you are. You want to be an entrepreneur? You're not just going to pick up one day and be an entrepreneur. So many kids that are 18, 19, 20, all they care, oh, I got to get rich. I got to drive the Lamborghini. I got to go live in a penthouse in Miami. It's such a slow climb. And I like, you know, Gary Vee, I think, is such a like a controversial figure. I feel like
he's a cliche.
He's a cliche. He's what people think of when they think of like hustle culture or whatever. But he said a quote that really stuck with me. He said, "Life is about short-term hustle and long-term patience."
Yeah. All right. So we got buy a credit card. Be patient. Maybe give one more. It doesn't have to be crazy.
Get out of your comfort zone as much as humanly possible.
Yeah.
If you are a shy person, force yourself to go meet people. This is a great anecdote of my life. When I was 18, I went away to college to a school very far away. I actually knew people from high school when I went there. Mm-hmm. But for whatever reason, if I wasn't emotionally mature enough, if I wasn't socially mature enough, if I just wasn't ready, I didn't put myself out there. And it hurt me so bad. In that first year of college, I didn't get outside my comfort zone. And that year, for me, was like a wash. I decided I'm going to go and I'm going to restart. I'm going to go to a new school. I'm going to try again. And I'm just going to force myself outside my comfort zone. And it was the first thing I did. First day, I went onto campus and I found the Ultimate Frisbee Club team. I didn't make the team.
I remember that.
I didn't make the team. It was much less cool than I thought. I played on like a club or like a intramural team. After that, I rushed a fraternity. Countless, dozens of friends, people that I still know today. That has just benefited me so much to this day of just, like you said earlier, like life is what you make it. You can reinvent yourself throughout your life. And if you're willing to do that and get outside your comfort zone, you're going to thank yourself for it later, even if it sucks in the moment.
Forcing yourself to go out and experience those things and like not giving yourself a choice. I spoke on this earlier today where like I'll commit to something 3 weeks ahead so that when it comes up and I don't want to do it, because as human nature, you want to do what's comfortable. You don't want to go meet new people and be awkward and have that awkward stage. Then I'm forced to go do it. So
you always feel better after.
Oh, yeah.
On the way there, even when you get there, you might be like, oh man, I don't want to go home. I just want to go back to my room. On the way out, you're always like, man, that was such a good idea. Be annoying. So in all aspects of life, if you want something, you have to go get it. You have to annoy the person that has it. You cannot just expect that someone is going to come and hand something to you.
If you ask one time.
Right. Whether it's a job, whether it's a recommendation, a referral, if you're going into college, be annoying. Be the guy that is constantly in someone's inbox, that's constantly calling on the phone, that's showing up at the place. There's a million people that want the same thing as you.
Yeah.
So what's going to separate you from the other person that wants it? If it's a job and you go on LinkedIn and do the easy thing and do the fucking quick apply.
Yeah, dude, that's such a...
You think you're going to get a job by doing quick apply? No.
Yeah.
You got to find the hiring manager's email. Find their phone number. Call them. Email them. Show up to their office if you're in the same area.
Yeah.
You cannot just expect that you're going to do the same thing that everyone else is doing and they're going to pick you.
After a while, they either are just like, all right, just show me what you got. Like, I kind of respect the hustle.
Yeah.
I've gotten that a few times. Like, all right, I respect it. Like, you seem like you really want to do this. You know?
Absolutely. Get that in sales all the time.
Yeah.
Email someone 5 times, nothing. 6th time, they go, you know what? I respect your persistence.
Yeah.
Like, what do you got?
Annoying in the right way. You know, be cool. Be the cool annoying guy. Be like the guy that every time you show up, he's cool, but he's just always there.
Yeah.
And it's got to be for something that you want, like a job, or you know, even for kids. Like I always talk to kids that are trying to walk on to college teams. Like, always be be at pickup. Always be hustling. Like, be the dude that's like, oh my God, this guy again. You know, in a good way. Not like, oh, this guy again. It's like,
Right.
oh, this guy again. Like,
I think about that with the job market. Like, I think if I got fired today or laid off, whatever, I'd find a job in a week.
just because you're just...
Because I just know the formula. They will either fucking say no or they will die.
I just came up with a new one. Buy or buy. B-U-Y or B-Y-E. I like that. So guys, buy a credit card early as hell and be able to pay it off. Be patient. Be annoying.
Yep.
And what was the last one? Oh, and get uncomfortable. All right, guys, we'll just think about this for a little bit and maybe apply some of these things into your life. I gotta do the same.
What do you guys got here? Like a PlayStation or something?
Hey, you wanna go play?
Yeah, let's